a second chance in life, and being able to find a whole new direction in life that will change what happens to them, and change the kind of person they may want to marry, and the kind of parent they'll be to their children. I can tell you from experience that young people can break the cycle. And there are a lot of young people hurting in our country today, including in the state of Tennessee. And we're here to make it like a lucky penny. Hold it tight and you won't have any. Give it away and you'll have plenty. You'll end up having more. Love is something if you give it away. Give it away. Give it away. Love is something if you give it away. You'll end up having more. A lot of people go through life with their hands clenched. God created us to go through life with our palms open. And it's evident that we're not going to take anything with us when we leave this earth. But hopefully, like the old spiritual song goes, that we've set some timber up, that we've done some good. And I really believe that we're saved by salvation through grace. But that next verse in Ephesians 2 says that we are created unto good works. So we're part of God's new creation, a creation of His people who have been transformed by love to serve God by serving people. And when we get that concept, we'll never be the same again. Fern, what would you like to say?
I wish that I could say to each one of you how thankful I am for your contribution to the work, because everyone here has done something to be helpful, and I am so deeply grateful. But I know you won't sit in the sun long enough for me to single out some of the people. Dory the other night, he said, 25 years ago, I was a resident here at the ranch. And he said, all through these years that I've been away, this song keeps ringing in my head that I learned while I was here. And it's, within me lies a power, I believe in my dreams. For I was born a winner, I can be what I want to be. For as I've been given, I want to give, you see. I can make this world a better place, and it all begins with me. Born to win, born to win. I was born to win, for the seeds of greatness have been sown within. I was born to win.
We don't get it. We're just not sure like what you guys are trying to do out there. And what we talked about in our board retreat, we said define the word time to our board without using the word time or any word that implies measurement. I want to challenge you in your mind right now to think about defining the word time without using any word that indicates measurement. And what we shared with the board, and I don't know, Alfred, are you here? Alfred, do you remember giving a lesson on that?
Yes.
That you gave a lesson on that at Blue Ridge Encampment, and I want to say it was in 1984, 85. You gave a lesson on that. And I've unpacked that quite a few times. And one of the things that I shared with the board was, if time is a separate dimension created by God, and He doesn't dwell in time, then He's not bound by the power to be able to transform our life in a weekend retreat He's not any less powerful than he was if we have a resident that lives with us for a year and a half. So we had to divorce ourselves from the concept of what we had been married to for 40 years, and to think that doing residential programming for kids was up here, and on hospitality and just doing some retreats really wasn't that big of a deal, or wasn't as impactful. We had to divorce ourselves from that idea to think that retreat centers and residential centers are both tools and vehicles that can be used by God to do very powerful things. But the beautiful thing is we have the ability to be able to connect our residential programming with the retreat centers and be able to demonstrate love to many, many more people through Timothy Hill by having these retreat centers, but at the same time connecting our young people. So we are actually in the final stages of our licensure right now for the Department of Children's Services here, where we will have a few buildings on the outskirts of this property that will be utilized for running some residential programming. And those young people are going to have the opportunity to live and experience hospitality. Not just what's been done for them, but they're going to get the opportunity for groups that have been here like this weekend. The young man that's up there preparing lunch for you right now. And one of the things that I have seen is when you take young people who are coming out of tough backgrounds, any background, and you can get them into a position where they're stepping outside themselves and beginning to serve others. And what God does within them shifts. And the thing I love to see in our retreat centers are mature Christians coming to a retreat site to connect with God, and the left hook that God throws at them is he takes some at-risk young people who are metaphorically doing the foot washing for these mature Christians. And they don't know what to do with that. And it's a wonderful thing that we don't have to script, but God has done some really cool things. And so we've had the privilege to be here for the last 2 years. And obviously, we've been spending a lot of time with Jamie and the staff trying to upgrade the facilities a little bit, because the reality is, in this day and age, people want their comforts, and we get that, and we want to make sure we deliver that with excellence. So it is still a lot of facility to manage. It's 143 acres, 13 cottages, a 26-room building with condos.
Thank you.
Do I have to check them out?
No.
I'll fix them.